Welcome yet again, guys, to London Heathrow, where we are sitting parked at stand 509 after arriving here from Edinburgh. As the ground crew is finishing up the loading work, we have just gotten on some fuel and some necessities, but they are finishing up and we are about to leave England and head for Dublin in Ireland, which will be our last stop on the British Isles. Today will be a short flight, but I expect it to be a busy flight. It is Friday late afternoon, and ATC all around the Great Britain are locking on, and so are other aircraft. So I do expect a quite busy short flight, and hopefully we can fit in all of our geography and what have you not. As always, I am flying in VR, the Oculus Rift S, using X-Plane 11 and the Boeing 737 Cibo Mod. I am flying Scandinavian Airlines because I am Scandinavian, and I am using the call sign 511 throughout this journey through the European Union. As you may recall, we have already visited Germany, the Netherlands, Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, and now England, not the England, but England. And that concludes our business in the United Kingdom, and we must move on to Ireland, where we are landing in Dublin before leaving this evening for Luxembourg, hopefully. So let's just jump in right into the cockpit as we're standing here in this airsoft Heathrow scenery. It isn't the best scenery I have seen, I must say. I do think it's quite old actually, so you can see the resolution on the letters, and there's no auto jet bridges, and it's not that good actually. So also the apron looks quite artificial as well, so I will not be missing this scenery, that's for sure. The aircraft has been sitting here for, as you can see, 1 hour and 45 minutes since I parked her here, coming in from Edinburgh. We didn't unfortunately get any ATC into London as I had hoped for. We did have some ATC in Edinburgh, otherwise it were a quite calm and pleasant flight actually. The weather, as you can see, is quite nice in the UK, and it shall remain so until we reach Ireland. The weather in Ireland is currently also clear, 20 degrees Celsius, and should be alright, but you never know with these things. Before I started the video, I just checked, and ATC is currently available in Heathrow and also in Dublin. As always, the ATC guys there are just awesome, and they are almost always online. One little quirk though is that the landing runway on Vatsim is currently runway 10 in Dublin, which is more or less directly opposite real-world procedures and real-world weather which we are using. And also I could not seem to find any stars for runway 10 into Dublin coming from Heathrow. So we will need to keep an eye out for that. Most likely we will be vectored in for a landing on runway 10 if they so choose to keep it active when we arrive. But for now, here we are in our cockpit, and a lot of stuff is already going on, set up. I basically just left her as is, so nothing has happened since the last video. So the first thing we need to do is to just review our new flight plan, which is already filed to Vatsim, and get some fuel on board, and then we'll grab our clearance and get on with the setup. So let's start with the flight plan here. There we go. If you're new to the channel and this is the first video that you are watching, then I'm sure you have many questions about the virtual reality and X-Plane and whatnot. I do have a lot of videos, and I do recommend that this European tour you watch it from the start when we enter Germany. So if this is the first video you're watching, then I recommend that you go back and watch the tour from the start. So here we go. We have two steps, I see. Flight level 340 and 240. And we are quite heavy here, so we have a zero fuel weight of 57.2, let's call that 57.3. And we will need 6 tons of fuel. So 57.3. There we go, and we will take 7 tons with us. And it should update shortly. So that's our fuel done. So let's just pop this on here, shall we? So that's sorted, and let's look at our charts here. So first of all, we will be flying the Charlie Papa Tango 3 Foxtrot departure. That's a mouthful. And we'll be leaving off runway 27 right, where we arrived from. That is actually both 27 right and left is active in real life. So what I'll do is just grab a few things here. I'll need our desktop, definitely. So, and just put you here for now, and we will need this one here. So that's our client. Now expect runway. Okay, so well, we can do that. That's just perfect. Runway 28 and back so 1. Okay, arrival ETA 15 minutes. Okay. So we'll review that later on. So we need to put you somewhere where you aren't disturbing us. First thing I want to do actually is just, so we need 1083 just while we have the VR mouse available, and for that to be available we actually need to have the X-Plane client on screen as the top window, otherwise the VR mouse won't work for some reason. So oops, can we hit it? Yeah, that's close enough. Close the mouse, pop up 3 more, here we go, that's the MFR rate set. So there's the new Vattastic map. It's still in testing, but I quite like it actually. So while we wait for that, we can just grab, yeah, there we go. So we have 80s on 128.07. Yeah, we have that. And then we have the tower at 118.5. So we are monitoring the tower now, and we will just pop you up for now, grab the info.
0 degrees, visibility 10 kilometer or more, no cloud detected, temperature +2, dew point +14, UNH 1023, acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie.
And report aircraft current QNH on first contact with Heathrow.
Heathrow information, Charlie, time 1450.
Authority, arrival runway
27 left,
departure runway
27
right.
Correct.
Transition level.
flight level 70, surface wind 150, 7 knots, varying between 100 and 230 degrees, visibility 10 kilometer or more, no cloud detected, temperature +27, dew point +14, QNH 1023, acknowledge receipt of information, Charlie.
And report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow.
Heathrow information, Charlie, time 1450.
Authority, arrival runway
27 left,
departure runway
27.
Okay, so that's that sorted. Oops, let's go back. And before we ask for the clearance, just in case it gives us something else, it's nice to have it available in the FMC to quickly pop up as a reference instead of searching for it in here. So what we'll do actually is position ourselves. We are at Heathrow, and we will be going to Dublin. We will be Scandinavian 511, which will be our call sign for throughout the journey. Okay, and we will be departing 27 right and Charlie. Papa Tango. Okay. So we can pop you back on. Just wait for an opening. Just waiting a while. They could be in a dialogue, so we're just listening. It sounds quiet to me. And what we'll do, I forgot to do that, standby, and we'll put that to all calls. So there we go. Heathrow Tower, Scandinavian 511 at stand 509 with information Charlie, requesting clearance for Dublin via runway 27 right and Charlie Papa Tango 3 Foxtrot departure. Currently sit with QNH 1023.
Scandinavian 511. Good afternoon. We are cleared to Dublin. Hampton 3. Foxtrot departure. Squawk 0433.
Cleared Dublin, Compton 3 Foxtrot departure and correction, squawk 2463 is received for Scandinavian 511. Did you receive that?
Scandinavian 511 squawk 0433.
Correction, squawk 0433 for Scandinavian 511. Let me just check the text box.
Scandinavian 511.
Okay, so that was correct. There's a lot of noise going on, so let me just really difficult to hear him. So we'll set in the squawk. It's a good thing with the text. It saves a lot of time for people, especially when the sound quality is okay. So that's set and we are cleared. So just forget about this and remember our put that there for now. So we can get onwards. We were cleared for this departure, and we will go to route and continue setting up for Uniform Lima 9. I do expect the UK airspace to be really busy this weekend with the Vatsim event going on. So Kenneth. And from Kenneth to Uniform November 14, or via Uniform November 14, I should say. It's the air routes. to Medoc. And via Uniform Lima 18 to Lannon. And Lima 18 to Dublin. And then this is where it gets interesting. Because as you see here, they were talking about the bags of arrival. So let's just check out the map and see if they have that, so we can confirm that. Well, guess I'll need to put him here. So this is frozen up for some reason. Sometimes I found if you touch this here, it will freeze up. It will do that now and again. So just shut it down and see if we can reset it. Otherwise I'll have to get out of VR, which is a hassle. I don't like to do it. Breaks the immersion. So stupid. So hopefully it's just some hiccup. Because we will need this. There's no getting around that. Nope. So yeah, I'll definitely have to get out of VR just to fix that. So hold on for just 2 seconds. Let me put my... So there we go. Sorry for that, guys. And meanwhile, I also managed to open up this window here, which confirms the change in Dublin, the correction. So expecting runway 28 now, and see if so Applin was the last one. Then we. So let's see if this here will bring us to back. So nope. So I can do this. This and we'll do an ILS for runway 28 and the Applin 1 Lima, which is what we'll use then. Just look for discontinuities. There are none. Looking good. Okay, performance, zero fuel weight, reserves again. I think it's the third or fourth. I think Manchester has been an alternate all this while flying in the UK. So we will need 2.6, 30, and top of climb. We will be cruising at 340, and we'll just put that in here as well. Sake of good odds, we're going quite high on this short hop, so basically just up and down. So we will be stressed for time. We'll be doing a lot of our geography in the climb, I think. At 26322. There we go. And the ice deviation is +4. So that's set. And 27. Very warm outside in London today. Very nice day indeed. Take off, flaps 5. So 136, 137, 146. Set. So D-stab 475 should be around there. That'll do us nicely. And dry runway, so what we'll do also for reference, since being a short flight, we'll just pop that in. Flaps 30 landing. We'll review that later on. Next page can go here. Get that there. We can review our... Yeah, so I think we'll just disregard that circle there. So we'll deviate almost immediately after takeoff. Slightly, and then slight bump in the arrival at Labmo. And a nice 10-mile final there for runway 28. Yeah, looks good. So I'll just review it one more time. Runway heading 270, then we'll go to 256. As we climb out. Just get a bit larger perspective. Might expect getting vectors directly to SOPEP, so it will not bother us too much, I think. So we have about, this is very pockety, not actual science, but we should have about 18 miles, maybe 16, 15 to descend from 7,000 to 3,000. And here we have, let's say we get the vector late. Yeah, should be about the same, so it should be okay. What we can do, just to save us some time, need to clean up in this as well. I'll just need to borrow your page here. 278. Get our rings in. And do the forecast as well. So as you can see, I'm doing not to a protocol, but really trying to minimize the workload into Dublin. So we'll do 31, 20 and 10. I sincerely don't hope that's so 23831.
KLM 1018, Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Slight change to your flight plan. Maximum cruising altitude to Amsterdam is flight level 230. So you're clear to Amsterdam, Britain's Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 7321, flight 230.
Now he's stressed, changed his whole flight plan.
We're clear to EHAM.
20924.
We have the case 7.
It's really bad sound quality on that KLM, dude. So that looks good. Execute that. And we can pop you back to map.
KLM 1018, you're back correct.
And we'll just ignore these errors here. And yeah. So let's go to the maps.
Lot 27 Golf, Heathrow Tower, good afternoon to you. You're number 1, Cleveland runway 27 left, surface wind
We are
is
not
variable, less than 5 knots.
on discharge, so we can back that. So we are here at terminal 5, so we'll push back and do Alpha. And then either we will get Bravo or we'll get Alpha. Most likely we'll get Bravo, depending on how they depart. Or we'll get Alpha, one of these, and then we'll get, basically, I think we'll get Alpha to holding point Alpha 3.
Lot 27 Golf, Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Number 1, clear to land, runway 27 left. The wind is less than 5 knots, variable.
5 knots variable, that's... So this was the Compton 3 Foxtrot departure. Oops, wrong one. Bit faster. There we go. And we can tune Compton as well, 114.35. And let's just read that. Be issued after takeoff, pilot under control. Do not climb above SID levels until instructed by ATC. So we have a hard limit of 6,000. It gave us a transition of 7. And Compton 3 Fox, so straight ahead, intercept London, radial 2.
280.
Yeah, that's all set and looking correct.
Sabre 275, Heathrow Tower, good afternoon. Just confirm your stand and aircraft type for me, please.
Boeing 737 400.
Sabre 275, you're cleared to Las Vegas at Compton 3 Foxtrot departure, scope is 7671.
And I forgot we need to close all this. And it's set so we can start the flight leg.
And squawk 76, Bridge 75.
Okay, so we have our charts up. We have
275, feedback correct.
all that set. So what we'll do, we'll just do our checks. Right off. And we were a bit quick here, so that's good. And those are aligned. We are not on APU power. Off, on.
Lot 27 Golf, welcome to Heathrow, second right on to Bravo, left Kilo, parking stand 219.
Guys, the leader's on board.
That's good. And we can take a look here, we're on Barrow. 10, looking good. And runway heading.
to Heathrow 27 Golf.
Lot 27 Golf, A firm, right on to Bravo, stand 226.
Correct. Okay. So, yes. Basically, had to go 256. So,
November 8074, time will stand 231.
so straight ahead, intercept London radial 256. It's a distance 7 of London. So it's a very quick maneuver right after takeoff, just correcting ourselves there. And then on. Why did I tune that? Two 6-9. Basically back almost to our runway heading. There we go. Okay. So that is set. So on you guys go. And we have you at a great distance. So we can reset this. Test the lights. Looking good. Good. Yep. And all good. Did the fire test. TCAS test.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb now. Climb now. Climb, crossing, climb. Climb, crossing, climb.
7
Clear
knots.
of conflict. Descend,
But
crossing,
he looks
descend.
offline now,
Descend,
actually.
crossing,
Yeah.
descend,
No, he's online.
descend now. Descend now. Increase climb.
Just checking for any
Increase
London
climb.
control, anything.
Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain
Triple nine
vertical
uniform,
speed.
Heathrow Tower,
Crossing.
good afternoon.
Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Okay, so that's set.
Come on, your phone got off and that's too much.
So what I'll do, simply for the reasons of being more able
Heathrow Tower, afternoon, speed with 6
to hear A to C, I will turn down the engine's volume even though it bugs me. Get seated and say that we are tested and good. Could do this as well.
Speedbird 66 Alpha, he's target afternoon to you. Currently number 2, continue approach from 27 left.
Copy number 2, the traffic and
That's
continue
good.
approach. Speed with 66 Alpha.
Okay, so pre-flight oxygen tested, nav and display switches, normal auto, window heat is on, pressurization mode selected, set to auto. Flight instruments heading altimeter, we have 0080 and now heading 271, 271 is checked, and parking brake is set. Engine start lever was cut off before start. Flight deck door is closed and locked. Fuel pumps, yeah, I could just pop you on. There we go. And we have 7 tons. Fuel pumps on. Passenger signs are on. Windows are locked. MCP. We have V2 and heading and altitudes all set. We have V1 136 137 and V2 146, and that is all set. Checked. C2 pre-flight completed. Rudder and aileron trim is free and 0. And taxi and takeoff briefing is completed. Anti-collision lights can come on.
Tower KLM 1018.
Yeah, just waiting, then I'll grab my clearance.
KLM 1018, stand 512, push start, is north.
So is that
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
KLM 101.
it's very difficult to hear that, Caleb.
KLM 1018, push start approved, is north.
Please acknowledge, yeah. So he's
Push the push off until KLM 101.
So we'll reset this. Heathrow Tower, Scandinavian 511 at stand 509, request push and start.
Scandinavian 511, stand 509, caution the tail 1138 to your left pushing and start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, acknowledged for Scandinavian 511. So I'll just look at the text because...
Scandinavian 511, firm push and start approved, stand 509, caution KLM 738 pushing 2 stands down. Beaver 66 Alpha, expected clearance.
CD 66 Alpha's going around. Let's get it to place there.
We are aware of the KLM Scandinavian 511. Okay, so a lot of...
Super 66 Alpha, are you going to self-vector runway 27 left?
We will...
I'll just take around self-vector and not come back around. Yeah, that's Super 66 Alpha.
Just to push back.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
And the APU is ready. Okay. So we have the KLM pushing back. So we have to be aware of him.
Speedbird 275, stand 321, 744, ready to push.
Speedbird 275, starting 321, push and start approved, face to north.
Push and start facing north, Speedbird 275.
Push him, put him here.
Shuttle 9 uniform, welcome to Heathrow, second left onto Bravo, link 58, link 57, parking stand 5.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Left turn here, Bravo 158, 57, 501.
Was that a takeoff? Yeah, there must have been a takeoff. Like right over us, actually. Just starting my butt kicker, sorry for looking down. So there we go. Butt kicker is activated. I finally remembered.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And parking brake is released.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
And we'll be starting in sequence 2 and 1, starting number 2. Bob on the... And get some fuel. Doesn't look like the KLM is out yet. Or was I can't really remember if he was parking or leaving. I think he was leaving. So he's actually pushing back as well. Okay, so there's that one gone, but he should be. Well, just. He should be turning back as well, so he'll be behind us. And the fuel. So maybe we should just Yeah, so we're a bit distracted here, but really don't want to boink into that guy behind me. So we're looking stable to good starts. Go there. Could come off. Like so.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Full forward, full back, full left, center, full right, rudder, foot left, rudder. Looking good. Blank you. And we can go flaps 5. Yep. So we can do the before taxi checklist. Generators on, propede is on, anti-ice as required. So just generators are on. Yep. Anti-ice off, isolation runs auto, engine start switches are continuous, recall is checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers idle, detent, flight controls are checked, waiting for ground equipment to clear. And we will get on our maps, get ready for our taxi.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yeah, bye-bye. He's busy, that guy over there. By the radar.
Uber 66 Alpha, continue approach runway 27 left. There is a company A320, I think, is about 4,000 feet, 1 mile to your 3 o'clock.
Bypass bin. So we're expecting Alpha.
Quite a bit higher than me, so I'll give you a call once I'm with bypass.
Where's he going?
Uber 66 Alpha, thank you.
Heathrow Tower, Scandinavian 511, request taxi.
Scandinavian 511, taxi by Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
Via Alpha, hold Alpha 4, Scandinavian 511. Okay. And Alpha...
Uber 66 Alpha, back to on runway 27 left, the surface wind described less than 4 knots.
So that is as expected, so let's go.
Good morning, speedbed 1549 miles, final flight at 27 left.
Speedbird 154,
I didn't hear the KLM guy get...
Coming traffic, can you switch runway 27 right?
No, switch, runway 279, speedbed 154. And tower KLM
Thank you for that.
KLM requesting taxi behind me.
Speedbird 154, thank you. Switch runway 27 right, continue approach.
Yeah, approach 279, speedbed 154.
All the way up to Alpha.
KLM 1018, taxi by Alpha, hold Alpha 4.
KLM 108, taxi Alpha 4.
Alpha 4. So.
Seabird 275, taxi.
Seabird 275, taxi Golf, right onto Bravo, link 21, link 22, hold Alpha 2.
Here's Alpha.
Golf, right on Bravo, 21, 22, hold short of Alpha 2, Seabird 275.
So what we'll do, we'll get our takeoff clearance, and once we are happy, we'll just contact him again, and hopefully he will clear us to the high altitude, and that will be basically it. So we'll just keep this ready in case he shortcuts us.
We're clear to land from runway 27 right, the surface wind is a variable less than 4 knots.
Land 279, speedbed 154.
Dual arrivals, that's cool. So there's one arriving each runway. really didn't need to write that. Sometimes, you know, you just write because you never know. That's good practice. So our flap, we can just do a quick. We have our lights and everything is correct. There's a quite small turn here. It's not the map. Yeah, there is something happening on the map, so maybe it is. I'm not sure. So who is that guy? He's in there. He shouldn't be coming out here anyway. Because, you know, what can happen is that people have different types of scenery that aren't exactly the same. So you can see his landing gear, everything. Yeah, so he might be on a different sim. So what can happen is that there's some discrepancies. So actually, I think that guy is his. I actually see more and more people being in the same level. No aircraft underground or floating above. I expect we have the KLM hot behind us, but we will be number 1 for takeoff by the looks of it. Alpha 8, it's a long way. So I actually taxied all the way up.
66 Alpha, welcome to Heathrow, lift on the Alpha, stand 518.
Yeah, sorry for being silent, just very
That's Alpha, stand 518.
focused on the radio. Just skim the checklist.
4, speedbird 14, speedbird 1. Speedbird 154, just told Alpha 10 Echo there. Once the KLM passes from your left to your right, second right onto Bravo.
Bit faster.
Charlie stand 558. We're also waiting for the KLM to continue on Alpha Bravo Charlie. Mr. Day's for speedbird 154. Speedbird 154 will be
coming up on Alpha 5.
Speedbird 154.
Keeping the speed under 30 knots and just cruising along here. So just need
Scandinavian 511 via Alpha 4. Delivery takeoff runway 27 right. The service is variable, less than 4 knots.
cleared for takeoff, 27 right, Scandinavian 511. So that's our clearance. So let's just get some stuff. Bit swamped in work, so
approaching 27 right,
and we are clear.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So let's line up, looking for 270, and we can start the timer.
on runway 27 right.
There we go, that's nice. Up to 40, we are ready to go. Stabilized and toga. Here we go. That's the KLM. Bit of wind there, I didn't expect that.
80 knots.
And V1 is coming up.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Get up.
400.
Altitude, land runway 20 right, reverting and pass.
And almost immediately on to 256.
1000.
KLM 1018 via Alpha 4, line up runway 27 right.
Flaps 1.
Positive period of KLM 1018.
KLM 1018 via Alpha 4, line up runway 27 right.
Line up on word by Alpha 4, KLM 1018.
Scandinavian 511, no further ATC online, monitoring Unicorn 122, decimal 8, target 9, bye-bye.
Will comply, thank you for service, Scandinavian 511. So here we go, VNAV. Command A. Just need to clean up, so we'll watch the flap. And we are in the clouds. TAT 24, no issues there. Never really did clear them, so. And flaps up. And we can do our checklist.
KLM 1018,
So, engine bleeds is on, packs on auto. Then to get up and off and flaps up, no lights, and we are just coming out of some clouds here, but TAT is looking good. And we are on autopilot a bit early, but oops, there's some lag or turbulence, or no? But we are over heavy scenery, so. And we are going to 69. So that's set here. And we are abiding to our altitude restriction. Which we should have changed. Oops.
Thousand to go.
Go. So we'll stick to 7,000 for now. And abide to that due to traffic in the area and what have you not. And yeah, nice with some service. So we'll pop him here for now. We are monitoring Unicorn. And yeah, we are on our way. So we could release the cabin crew now. 281. And we will clear us to our, oops, final cruise. Checked, and checked, and recycled. So it should shoot us up once we get to Kenneth. And we are supposed to arrive in Dublin in 50 minutes time. That's about right. And we can begin preparing as much as possible, and then we can get back to to our geography lesson. Very important geography lesson before we start our arrival into Dublin. So what we'll do is that we'll pop the X-Plane client up here. There we go, so that we can use our VR mouse, because we do not need our MFR rate anymore. And we'll be landing at 250 set. Our arrival will be the Apple 1 Lima. There we go. And the approach will be ILS for runway 28. And that will give us a minima of 402, and that's what I need my VR mouse for. Bit more. There we go. Can stow that. Get our lovely Vatsim charts out. So here we are, well on our way, waiting for our climb up to cruise. Oops. There we go. Which will happen after Compton. So that will happen very shortly. So we'll just monitor that VNAV actually initiates it. So Kenneth should put us to flight level 117. So just above, almost flight level 120. We'll see, there goes. So they should begin climbing now. Yep. Just making sure we are adhering to any noise and traffic. And I just need to get that view. Whoops. It is a lovely day flying in the UK. But I don't really mind the clouds, it just adds to it. You have these small holes. There's lovely scenery here. And we can begin our tuning of frequencies in Dublin. So what we'll do is that we will zoom in a bit, because that will allow us to really get nitty-gritty with the Dublin. So there is only one frequency from what I can see, 121.1. And then there's the Aegis. And we will check this here, and we are pressurizing, and we can pop you off. And we're good. Set. That means that we can remove this one. Basically we can tune Dublin 114.9. There we go. So that's Dublin tuned, and let's tune the ILS as well. 11135. There we go. All set. And 279. Set. Missed approach. Go straight ahead to Gannett. To max 3000, then turn right, max 220. To rejoin. Yeah, so basically just go around at 3000. Okay. So that will put us at 98. We'll just pop that in here. And then we can review it as well. And we can increase the distance here. Again at 3000, and yeah. So it's all set, looking good. Anyway, we were reviewing some frequencies, just making absolutely sure. 80s is 124.52. It's a bit time consuming, these knob. 52. So I can't really hear that. It is 124.52. 124.5. Yes, it is correct, but no. So let's just have a look-see here. While looking for traffic, we are on the Unicom and uncontrolled airspace, which is quite odd for being a weekend. So let's just check it here. So it actually looks like Dublin is offline now. Darn it! What's the odds? It's like oh my god. Yeah, we'll just we'll just keep watching here. Here we are. So we'll keep monitoring, but basically, yeah. So we'll just get the airport up and ready. Don't forget to get those nice views. Crossing the southern part of England here. Very nice day. Anyway, let's. This is actually quite time to do some learning. So why don't we get started on that? So we are going to Ireland. Ireland is very much a sovereign state, not even part of the United Kingdom. It's their own country in their own right, every way. And we're going there because they are a member of the European Union. Ireland is an island in the North Atlantic. It is separated from Great Britain to its east by the North Channel, the Irish Sea, the St. George's Channel. Ireland is the second largest island of the British Isles, the third largest in Europe, actually, I didn't know that, and the 20th largest island on Earth. So, doesn't really say how many people who live there. They do speak English, yeah. Did you know that it had grown by 50% since the 1800s, although the increase since the 1830s, since 1831 had only been 5.5. Okay, I didn't know that. So, let's go to the fun facts. Ireland is called Eire in Irish and is also known as the Republic of Ireland. Ireland covers 5/6 of the island of the same name. The remaining 1/6 of the island is Northern Ireland, where we've been, which is part of the UK. Irish or Irish Gaelic is the country's first official language. However, the second official language, English, is the most commonly spoken. Just watching for traffic now and then. There are over 4.75 million people living in Ireland as of July. Okay, so that's quite dated, so they must have passed 5 million by now. The Irish capital, Dublin, is home to over 1/4 of the total population. Other Irish cities of note include Cork, Limerick and Galway. Irish novelists has made major contributions to the world literature. Famous writers include Jonathan Swift, who made Gulliver's I assume that he wrote Gulliver's Travels, I don't really know. Bram Stoker, who created Dracula, and James Joyce, Ulysses. Ireland has won, yeah, I know that it has won the Eurovision Song Contest a record 7 times. So let's, they do actually even have, let's just keep on top of this turn here, and then we'll listen to the very beautiful national anthem of Ireland, which is called, we have someone there, let's just check him out before we start playing music. So let's listen to the Irish national anthem called, I think it's the Soldier Boy or something translated. This is in Gaelic, so let's listen to that. And you know this, if you know the tale of the Ryanair aircraft, you would have seen this. So. So it's even sung in Gaelic, and there's a translation here. So, we'll call that a day, and we call ourselves now informed on and experts on Ireland. Shamrock, actually, is a type of clover, is the national symbol of Ireland, and along with the harp is registered trademark of the country. Didn't know that, but for I do know that I think they have Shamrock, yeah. But aviation-wise, of course, Ryanair is not to get around that. Yeah, don't need to say much, but of course that's birthplace of Ryanair, which is now a multinational low-cost airline. So let's just close that down, and let's close this down as well. So there we go. So I actually kept this open just to show the active runways currently, but we don't need that. But we do need to get some weather in case our Irish controller friends has locked off. I can't see him actually on the stations. So let's so we do have a QNH of 1019. So we will set that. And I forgot to release the passengers, but they can of course go now, and we will also
1,000 to go. 1,000 to go.
Go. That's a bit quick. Actually thought that we had because we, as you can see, we have a very short cruise. Just so yeah, we were looking for the runway, or sorry, the airport map chart here, in case we have some ATC. So there's the airport, and we would need a bit more than that. Parking stands, there we go. And that's always confusing in Dublin. Usually they do park us around Pier 3 or Pier 2. And coming in on a 28 here, we're usually just taxiing Sierra and then crossing here. Unfortunately cannot see any holding point name, so they don't really cross us here. The times I've been there with ATC, they cross us at Whiskey. What can confuse is that they will call it just Whiskey, and here we have Whiskey 1 and Whiskey 2, but we will of course take Whiskey 1 to Hotel 1 and then go to Link 3 or Link 4 and have our stand there. So what I will do is that I will keep this here handy for finding our spot. Terrain, we do have some terrain to our left which we need to take care of, or be aware of, I should say. Other than that, straight ahead from the sea in over it, landing in Dublin. There's no real missed approach, climb to 3, then to 5, turning right, runway, opposite runway, heading back for a new approach. If there's ATC, we'll get vectors. If not, we'll vector ourselves. We see here nothing popping in. Let's check the fantastic map. Let's even update it. And while it updates, we'll just take another look here. So we do have some clouds, a little bit of wind. Let's just check the wind again. Oh, we actually managed to open this from within here. Going to 315, and there we go. Top of descent in 25 nautical miles. It's a few minutes from now. So we'll have a wind 12 knots actually. So we do have a crosswind variant to be aware of, and it can be varying even. It's a bit tricky wind actually. Can be. Hopefully it'll be fine. So let's check if the fantastic map was downloading, experimental one. So we'll try to find. I'll zoom in. So from what I can see, it's actually still online. So Adam Accord. We're still over mainland England, as you can see by looking out the window. Let's try and get some good views here for some screenshots. I must say these default X-plane clouds really surprised me. They're quite good actually. I have used the add-on, the Ultra Red XP, but it wasn't for me. They were just looking too billboardy. It spent days tweaking around and not flying, which is not what it's supposed to be all about. And the last drop were that I found out that it does not display active weather at the correct altitudes. That means that clouds that were supposed to be at 1,000 feet was sitting at around 1,700 and so on, and there was no way to fix that. And contacted the developers, but they were not interested in doing much about that. So that really pretty much just made me uninstall it. I haven't used it since, and to be honest, don't really miss it. And I'm on the forums now and then. I see people debating settings and presets on it, and if that is what you like, then go ahead. But I would rather spend my time here, and I think these clouds are just fine. So, but that's a matter of personal preference, as with so many things. So let's drop us all the way down to 150 as we are approaching the coast. I do not know if it's because we are out of range, or let's just try the 80s again. Yeah, no voice 80s. So maybe he updated the 80s from the old one and never got around to making never got around to making a new one. I don't know. Still not showing up here. So we will keep the channel tuned, and without a doubt he will contact us soon enough. So there's our top of descent. We will go auto brake 2 in this landing, and passing over the sea, leaving England behind, heading for Ireland, which is somewhere over there. Do have a bit of turbulence, but that's okay. Down we go. Where we're coming, onward to Albin. Landing altitude was set, we can just revisit. 30, so now it's 45, so just correct that. Still nothing. Looks like it has gotten even more active in and around London, so basically you can cheat yourself. If you just click in here, you only get what's inside that area, but if you want the whole shenanigans here, you need to click on this name, and then you pop up 124.52 124.52. Yeah, nothing. So he might just have skipped making a new ATIS, and he'll just give us a QNH on first contact. Can't see much traffic either around. There are some traffic on the ground. One departure from what I can see. Company traffic even. Passing 250. Looking good. We're on profile. Seat the passengers. They have had ample time to relieve themselves. So we will be contacting him at after Albin, I guess. And we will be expecting shortcuts, I think direct. Most likely just straight ahead to our landing. So we will need to keep our scratch pad ready, and see here. Yeah, there, now he came up. So let's just review that, make sure that it is correct what we have. 121.1, yep. And the ATIS 124.52. So still no it's not available, but that looks like we have only one frequency to worry about in Dublin. And we will be monitoring our progress towards Dublin and contacting him earlier on. So here we are over the sea. Beautiful view from the first officer's side to the mountains. And yeah, let's get cheeky just this, even though we are in a workload situation. So there's England. Bye bye. Really is nice scenery, this Orbex. Wish they could make the entire world. That would be sweet. So let's just get seated. So, seated for landing. Okay. Bet you that's Dublin calling. Yeah.
Liner 222, route direct to Maxev. Liner 222, route direct to Maxev.
Route direct Maxev, Liner 222.
Dublin Control, a very good evening, Scandinavian 511, passing flight level 175, inbound Dublin.
Scandinavian 511, Dublin approach, good evening, confirm your squawk 0433.
Squawk is set 0433 for Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, thanks, you're identified. Dublin 1 Lima arrival, landing runway 28, information Victor, east flight level 90.
And information Victor. Dublin 1 Lima arrival, runway 28, descent flight level 90, and information Victor. We do have issues receiving the 80s, even though we have tuned the channel. So if you could give us the latest QNH, that would be much appreciated for Scandinavian 511.
Scandinavian 511, the QNH Dublin now is 0196 down.
1019 is set for Scandinavian 511.
Runway 5, Mike Alpha, report your passing altitude.
We are currently passing.
So we'll just get our scratch pad up because he is a chatty controller. We like that, but
Runway 5, Mike Alpha, just check.
also means you need to be prepared.
Runway 5, Mike Alpha, report your passing flight level now.
Sorry about that. Passing flight level 060.
5 Mike Alpha, thanks, you're identified on departure. Flying flight level 230.
Ground flight level 230, right here, 5 Mike Alpha, sorry.
So we are expecting him.
Descend altitude 2,500 feet from max every cleared ILS approach runway 28. Number 1, report status.
Ground 2,500, cleared ILS, cleared
correction, Scandinavian 1718, you are now leaving my estate. Unfortunately, Scottish is offline. Continue Unicom 122, Malay. Good evening.
Unicom was the single and everything. Alright, 240 south, sorry.
Thank you. Surface wind 15 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28, clear long.
Clear long, okay.
TAD is 10. Set. So we will be given more information shortly, and that will coincide with our descent checklist, I think. But we will be given a shortcut, I think, from Sivna or here to Sopep.
Hi there, 222, going around.
222, roger, turn right, heading 3603, maintain altitude 3000.
He is a bit low though.
Maintain 3000, right, 360 around.
Or the cockpit is noisy, I don't know.
222, go around please.
So we'll just put this on. And the altitude set, recall is checked. Auto brake is set to 2. Landing, we have a re-ref of 145 plus 5, that's 150, and the minimums is set to 402, and approach briefing is completed. Descent checklist complete. Do have a transition altitude, I think.
222, can I have the reason for the go around, please?
We had a bit of a technical error in simulation due to weather and that completely thrown us off course.
222.
1,000 to go.
Roger, just confirm you're maintaining altitude 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet, sorry for that. We'll send them 2,000.
Transition at 5. Come on, further clearance please.
Scandinavian 511, you descend to flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, Scandinavian 511. Just in the nick of time. It's really keeping us there, isn't it? So TAT is now 11. Some clouds coming.
Dublin approach, hello, Lufthansa 983, heavy and 311 requesting high, fast and Frankfurt, we have information in your phone.
Station calling second, cross line only.
Lufthansa 983, heavy.
So it has
983, Dublin approach, good evening.
hasn't given us
Frankfurt, Liffey 5 Alpha departure, runway 28, squawk 6654.
This is Frankfurt via the Liffey 5 Alpha departure from runway 28, squawk 6654, Lufthansa 983.
Lufthansa 983, read that correct, report ready.
So I don't see any other traffic. We have this one here.
1,000 to go.
Roger, we'll report when ready, Lufthansa 983.
So we'll get a new clearance soon.
Scandinavian 511, route direct to Lapmo.
Direct to Lapmo, Scandinavian 511.
Right, 222, turn right heading 110 degrees.
Part 110, runner 222.
Scandinavian 511, continue descent to altitude 3,000 feet, coming to QNH 1019.
3,000 feet, 1019, Scandinavian 511.
And 5 Mike Alpha, you're short of leaving my estate. Unfortunately, London is offline. Continue Unicom 1622 with decimal 8. Have a good evening. Bye.
1 Unicom 1122 decimal 8, trying to Mike Alpha. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about the just
No problem at all.
Here we are coming in on our shortcut to Dublin. Nice with some ATC finally. And we're cleared to 3,000 and set and set. And just confirm our re-ref is set.
Scandinavian 511, maintain speed 250 knots or greater, so that means I will have lower view shortly.
Dublin control, can you please come again for Scandinavian 511?
Scandinavian 511, maintain speed 250 knots or greater, I'll have slower for you in April.
Maintain 225 Scandinavian 511. So he will.
Right, 222, reduce your minimum clean speed, so it'll be about 210 knots, yeah.
So we will just need to watch our speed. To close.
Scandinavian 511, route direct to Max Ev.
Direct to Maxev, Scandinavian 511. So we basically can't be flogging around with that charge and what have you not, so that leaves us a little bit low, and we will speed into vent. Maintain your speed, please. Maintain your speed, thank you.
Scandinavian 511, reduce your minimum clean speed and confirm that's about 210 knots.
Reduce to 210 knots for Scandinavian 511. Really needed to get that text going. How to shut you down, shut. And all.
Scandinavian 511, continue descent to altitude 2,500 feet.
1,000 to go.
From Max Dev, you're cleared ILS approach with runway 28, report status.
Cleared ILS approach, runway 28, and will comply. Scandinavian 511.
Runway 222, turn right heading 190 degrees.
190.
Set.
Scandinavian 511, just confirm continued descent to altitude 2,500 feet.
Continue descent to
1,000 to go.
altitude 2,500 for Scandinavian 511. Confirmed.
Scandinavian 511, thank you. When established, maintain speed 160 knots or greater until before the DME when established.
When established, keep 160 knots until further instructions for Scandinavian 511. So we will definitely arm the approach. And we will go around the 10 mile now, so we will keep our flaps up for now.
And Dublin Air France 2502, stand 318 with uniform request pushing start.
Next calling is high back, brake line 222, turn right heading 2503 on the heading cleared ILS runway 28, report status.
Mark 250 from head and cleared ILS approach 28, watch tower front.
Air France 2502, are you able to push to the tug release point?
Air France for Air France 2502.
Air France 2502, thank you. Your portion status approved. The tug release point hotel facing south. Dublin QNH is 1019.
Roger, we're
2,500.
all the way to hotel space south, Air France 2502.
Dublin Control, Scandinavian 511, we are established on approach for ILS runway 28.
Scandinavian 511, thank you. Level wind 150 degrees 10 knots, runway 28 to clear land.
Clear to land, runway 28, Scandinavian 511. So there we go.
Runway 222, reduce to your final approach speed. Runway 222, continue approach to your number 2.
Flaps 15.
Level wind is 150 degrees 10 knots.
2 reds, 2 whites. Clear to land. Landing checklist. Engine starts to reduce continuous, speed brake is armed. And landing gear down, 3 green, flaps 15, green light, holding a landing flaps, which comes down now. And we can reduce to final approach speed.
Lufthansa 993 reporting ready for pushing fast.
Lufthansa 983, are you able to push back to Togo release point?
Heathrow, Lufthansa 993.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Echo facing south.
I don't hope it gives us any extra just now because there's so much noise in the cockpit. I don't know if you can hear that from the video, but it's really noisy. So.
Approaching 28.
We do have a crosswind, slightly a tail crosswind here, so. Manual flight.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums.
Bit high.
200. Minimums. 100.
Bit fast. That wind really.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Long landing, 6,000 feet remaining.
Very, very, very bad landing. That was an obvious go around, but I didn't want to do it. Manual braking.
80 knots.
3,000 remaining.
I will take this one here.
Scandinavian 511, welcome to Dublin, you're on the ground time 56. Take right Sierra 5, then turn right on taxiway Sierra.
Vacate Sierra 5, then turn right, taxiway Sierra, Scandinavian 511.
Right, 222, surface wind 150 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28, clear, long.
05 and right on Sierra.
Scandinavian 511, Sierra, left whiskey 1, hold short of runway 16.
From Sierra to Whiskey 1, hold short, runway 26, Scandinavian 511. 16, correction, Scandinavian 511. So, coming in thick and fast here, the instructions, while we're trying to clean up as well. But at least he gave us Whiskey 1 and have the off. We can put you guys off. So that landing was the worst landing I think I have ever done, actually. No doubt about that. I really need to review that again. What happened was the wind. We had tailwind on short final, and also being a crosswind, like crosswind tailwind, so pushing us up in speed on short final and pushing us off. Basically.
Welcome to Dublin. 5-8. Take a right Sierra 5, then turn right on taxiway Sierra.
Yeah, 5 right here.
But we didn't brake, so if we did anything wrong, the aircraft should brake, exceed any forces or anything. The touchdown wasn't too bad. I think we actually even floated a bit, but we needed to do that to slow down, basically, because we had too much speed. So I need to be aware of Whiskey 1. So Whiskey 2 coming up.
Right, 222, taxi Sierra, left Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, hold short of runway 16.
Left Sierra, left 52,
Dublin Approach, very good afternoon. Ryanair 56 Romeo Charlie, stand 121, flight Boeing 737-800. Information Victor requesting clearance from Gatwick.
And 56 Romeo Charlie, Dublin Approach, good evening. You're cleared to Gatwick, Dexon 1 Alpha departure, ultimate squawk 6612.
Charlie cleared to Manchester via Jackson Alpha departure runway 28 Squawk 6612 Ryanair.
I'm still shook up after that landing. I'm sure the cabin is as well.
56 Charlie, repack correct information. Victor, check, and you can report ready for stand.
So the passengers are sitting back, is vomiting all over the place and shaking. We're holding short here.
And over in Air France 2502, hotel ready for taxi.
Scandinavian 511 from Whiskey 1 cross runway 16. Hotel 1, link 4, stand of your choice. Be advised there is a Lufthansa A350 that's pushing back onto open taxi rate 4, so if you take something north of 02, please attack it.
Cross runway 16, link 4, and we are aware of the traffic and we'll find something suitable away from him. Scandinavian 501.
Air France 2502.
So he's over there.
2, Foxtrot 1, Echo 1, both short of both runways 34 and 28. Report ready for departure.
Roger, it's a link to Foxtrot 1 and then hold Echo 1 for 28. Air France 250.
Approaching 3-4.
So we'll find somewhere suitable where we are not conflicting with the Lufthansa. Maybe over there. Hope we didn't break anything on the aircraft. There was definitely that was definitely a go around. So
and Dublin approach Ryanair flight 6 runway Charlie ready for mission start.
So it just keeps going straight ahead.
Charlie, you pushed inside approved from QNH 1019.
We can do
clear push and start.
Stand 203.
Sorry, clear push and start. Shanghai Ryanair.
Ryanair 222 from Whiskey 3 cross runway 16. Papa 1, hold short of link 5.
16, Papa 1, hold short, link 5, current 2
Put this on if you wanted to. Nah, we're not going to. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dublin. We made it in one piece, just barely, I think. But we did make it, and we did have a quite active air traffic control.
Air France 2502, Echo 1, ready to go.
Air France 2502, thank you. Surface wind is 15 degrees, 10
There we go.
knots. Headed 5 after departure, runway 28, York, clear takeoff.
So, we will set the chucks and connect the GPU.
28, Air France 250.
There we go. Ground power, kill, engine. Cabin crew, please disarm doors and slides. There we go, all set. So we did it, and in just about 50 minutes, quite active ATC. Very nice flight actually, despite the landing, which saddens me a bit. I should have known that I had all the information about the wind and the slight tailwind, but still we got pushed to a bit of overspeed, and on top of that we were pushed just left of the runway, so we were really destabilized, and we should have done a go around, but as we did here early on the ATC, another guy suffered the same issue with the go round, and the ATC wasn't too accommodating for that by the sound of it. So instead of peppering up his day, we decided just to heck, we'll just put her down. and we managed to put it down.
Panda 983, taxi, link 3,
and
Foxtrot,
actually,
Echo 1, hold
let's
short,
just
hold runway 34 and 28.
let's just get it.
Report ready for departure.
Yeah, 201. That's not too bad, but that's really not what was the issue with this landing.
Roger, taxi link.
We were destabilized on short
Echo,
final, and that's automatic go around.
34,
But
28,
yeah,
and,
we
report ready for departure.
we took a captain's decision in the end and just forced her down. And in the end, it ended right. We got off the runway, not too far back either. Let's just.
Information will be stand 122 for you, and you can expect another 2 minutes before I get you moving.
So we did vacate Sierra 5 on very good days. You could do Sierra 4, but hell, wasn't that bad. If it had been a shorter runway, it might have presented an issue. But
report your passing altitude.
we had the runway, and yeah, we got her down. Not the best landing, but a very pleasant flight. Good thing to have ATC both on departure and arrival. And he did shortcut us as expected. So yeah, pleasant flight, pleasant leg here into. Let me just, I can't turn it off.
And 56, Romeo Charlie, taxi straight ahead, link 5, left onto Foxtrot.
But next up
Mike
is,
1, left enter runway 16.
just turning him off shortly. So next up is a flight leg to, let me just terminate it as well, yeah. Terminated, fuel pumps off, propane is off. Yeah, so we can leave her like this. No harm in that. Yep, so let's step outside and let's have a look at the parking brake, sorry. Could have been better, but we're in the yellow, it's approved. Doesn't make up for the approach, the short final especially, but the landing we will try to forget, and instead we'll try to enjoy the many good views we got while flying here. Next up is Luxembourg, and we are going back to mainland Europe. We're done with the British Isles on our European Union tour. We have done a lot of sectors in the UK and to Ireland and on the islands in general. We have crisscrossed it. We have been to Belfast, then to Cardiff, then to Edinburgh, then to London, then to Dublin, and we will cross it again on our way to mainland Europe. And I will make an effort to go to Luxembourg as soon as possible. Might even be in this particular setup. I don't know yet, but I will definitely leave her here and leave her online. And what we'll even do is get some visuals going, shouldn't we? So here we don't have any gates, so we can actually use these, which we like. And we'll need some fuel as well, because we are on 4.7, yeah. So what we'll do is, you know what, we will even get ourselves a bus or two. Should we do that? No, we'll leave the buses. So do like this, put them away, put you away, and we will open the doors. Forward entry open, after entry open, aft service open, cargo, there we go. And we will reset and we'll set the turnaround timer in case we go to Luxembourg for a pleasant evening flight. But this was very good evening flying, even though we had this horrible landing. I'm really shocked. Should have gone around, but I don't really think the ATC would have appreciated it, and for some reason it seemed either he was a bit low in volume. He was loud and clear. There was so much noise in the cockpit. I don't know if anything's changed. A lot of wind, the wind maybe have come in. Maybe that's it, I don't know. But I really didn't fancy a go-around, because that would have been the second go-around in a row for the controller, and yeah, he deserved some people on the ground. So with those words we will end this video here in Dublin in Ireland, and that will be the last of the British Isles. Next up is mainland Europe, Luxembourg. Hope to see you there. Until then, safe flying, and bye bye. Bye.